Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the play-by-play between the New York Yankees versus the Chicago White Sox. It is game 2 of this series. Let's see if the Yankees could make it 2 in a row against the White Sox. Can they extend their winning streak to 6? So it's important that the Yankees win these games as both the Blue Jays and Red Sox are playing tonight as well. Right now, the games in both of those are tied up at 0. Both games are in the bottom of the second. So the Blue Jays are playing the Brewers. The Red Sox are playing the Pirates. We'll keep track of those scores as I'm calling this game tonight. Once again, folks, I appreciate you all being here. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that sub button. Keep sharing this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. I want to once again thank everybody for helping this channel break 2,000 subs. It does mean the world to me, so thank you all for making that happen. The Strike Zone has officially broke 2,000 subscribers. The road to 3,000 begins now. So thank you all very much. You are all the very best. Let me say what's up in the chat real quick. Make sure you all hit the sub button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel, folks. But Katie's first person in the building. What is up, Katie? We got Peanut in the building. What is up? Joseph is in the building. What is up? Petruzzi's in the building. What is up? Desiree's in the building. What's up, girl? How are you? What's going on? How are you? Well, what is going on, folks? How we doing? So the game should be starting here in about a few minutes. Carlos Rodon will be on the mound against Yoandry Gomez. I hope everybody is enjoying their Friday evening. Hopefully, a lot of you are getting a long extended weekend. So, yeah, let's see if the Yankees can win it tonight. I think they will. It's like I just described it or predicted, should I say? I think they'll win it 8-3. Well, but we'll see how it all turns out. But I hope everybody is enjoying their Friday evening. Yeah, I'm keeping track of the Milwaukee-Toronto game and the Pittsburgh-Boston game. Once again, those games are tied up at 0 right now in the bottom of the second. So let's hope both teams lose tonight. That way, and the Yankees win tonight. That way the Yankees can gain some ground in the wild card and in the division. That would be pretty awesome. So just waiting for the game to start. I'll get the game cast up here in just a moment. Yes, indeed. And like I mentioned in the pregame, I'll do a couple of giveaways for 2 gift cards, right? Oops, sorry about that. I'll do a couple of gift card giveaways for the channel. Since we broke 2,000, I'm gonna do 2 gift cards to Fanatics. I'll get a duck race going. So I know some of you may not be familiar with the duck race, but that's okay. Once we get that going, I'll explain how it all works. Joseph says, NFE going deep tonight. Let's go. For sure. All right, got it. And here's Yoandry Gomez, former New York Yankee. So Yankees are facing a familiar name in Yoandry Gomez. The Yankees had moved on from Yoandry Gomez, and he got picked up by the White Sox. The White Sox uniforms looking like Chicago Bulls jerseys. That's what I thought it was at first, as he was warming up on the mound for the White Sox, and the game should start here momentarily. It looks like a nice day out there in Chicago. Trent Grisham is going to lead things off here for the New York Yankees. Trent Grisham having a fantastic season. He's going to be a free agent. We'll see how things work out this offseason for him. I'm sure he's worked himself into a contract. Be interesting to see what the Yankees do or where he signs. The game has officially started. Grisham takes strike one from Gomez. As Gomez sets here on the 0-1, the pitch. It is in there for strike 0-2. So quick 0-2 count here to Trent Grisham. What's up, Ronald? As Grisham calls time. Oh, 0-2 here to Grisham. The pitch is outside, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Trent Grisham as Yoendris Gomez gets the signal from Keto. And the 1-2 foul back, still 1-2 to Trent Grisham. The 1-2. Oh, just misses. I think Grisham may have gotten lucky on that one. It is 2-2 now. I think the umpire got a little friendly with that pitch. I think that might have been a strikeout, but hey, I'll take it. 2-2 here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Full count now to Grisham. So White Sox defense in the outfield, you have Benintendi, Taylor, Baldwin. In the infield, you have Meade, Montgomery, Mydroth, Elko. Keto is at the dish. Sosa is your DH. And the 3-2. Foul ball by Grisham. Aaron Judge is waiting on deck. And the 3-2 pitch. There's ball 4. Grisham has a leadoff walk. The Yankees get their leadoff man on here in the top of the first. Aaron Judge coming to the plate. Charlie Ramos is your home plate umpire. They say he is pitcher friendly. More outside strikes, more inside strikes on right-handed bats. This is his 6th season as a Major League Baseball umpire. And here's Aaron Judge with nobody out, 1 on. And the first pitch to Judge is inside, ball 1. What's up, Cecilia? How's it going? What up, Dev? How's it going there, buddy? As Gomez sets here on the 1-0, the pitch. Misses, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes here to Judge. Here's the pitch. That is called a strike. Looked like it was slightly off, but called a strike. Let's see the replay here. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't in the strike zone, but the umpire said otherwise based on the replay. And the 2-1. 3-1, almost a similar pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Aaron Judge. And we got Cody Bellinger waiting on deck for the Yankees. A 3-1. Ball 4. So back-to-back walks here for Yoandry Gomez, and that'll bring up Cody Bellinger with 2 men on. So Yankees getting a couple of walks in this inning. And here is a scoring opportunity to try and get on the board with Cody Bellinger coming to the plate. So Cody Bellinger, after this season, has a player option. A lot of folks feeling like he's probably going to opt out and look for a contract, and the Yankees should absolutely offer him one. He's been a game changer here for the Yankees as he takes ball 1. Remember who his agent is. Under 7, Chua. That's my prediction. The runners are going, and Grisham is safe at third. Judge is safe at second, so double steal there. Runners on second and third with nobody out, and it's a 2-0 count here to Cody Bellinger. Good job to Grisham and Judge. So second stolen base there for Trent Grisham. 9th stolen base there for Judge. The 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. Another pitch that looked like it was outside of the zone. Cecilia says, Belly, my pick for first homer. Let's see. Well, he's at bat right now, so the 2-1. 3-1 now to Cody Bellinger. We got Ben Rice waiting on deck. As Gomez sets here on the 3-1. Here's the pitch. 3 straight walks by Yoandry Gomez. The bases are now loaded. That'll bring Ben Rice to the plate with the bases loaded, nobody out. Yankees must execute here. Let's see if there's a visit to the mound by the pitching coach of the White Sox. It looks like we do have a visit there on the mound. So let's see if they could get Gomez to settle down. But the Yankees have an opportunity here once again to really execute here with the bases loaded. Ben Rice is at the plate. All right, here's Ben Rice with the bases loaded. Nobody out. 3 straight walks from Gomez. And the first pitch is right to the shortstop, who steps on the bag on a double play, but a run will score. So a double play started by Montgomery. So it's a 1-0 game. Ben Rice on the first pitch grounds into a double play. Judge is at third. That brings up Giancarlo Stanton. Not exactly what I wanted, and with the bases loaded. Yankees do get on the board, though, but that is a big break there for Gomez. Yankees get on the board, but to me, it's not an execution. But they do get on the board. They have a 1-0 lead. Here's Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. He takes strike 1. That was my 1 double play prediction, so let's see if it ends up being 1. The 0-1. Foul ball, 0-2. What's up, Beagle? What's up, Chua? So Judge is at third, 0-2 count to Stanton. Gomez sets here on the 0-2, the pitch. And a line drive. Oh, right to Montgomery. He takes a hit away from Giancarlo. And we're going to the bottom of the first just like that. And the Yankees are up 1-0. Thank you so much, Shua. But Yankees had an opportunity to put up some runs there, man, with the bases loaded, but just could not make it happen. But that's all right. Well, hopefully they can get it back here when they get back in the top of the second. The bottom of the first is coming up. Appreciate you all being here. Make sure you all hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching this for the first time. Keep sharing this channel out. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. Once again, I appreciate all of you for helping the Strike Zone break 2,000 subscribers. It does mean the world to me. 3,000 subs. Here we come, folks. Here we come. I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday evening. Let me just mute my mic for just a moment here. Oh, actually, we're back to the game. Going to listen to a message, but that's all right. But here's the Chicago White Sox lineup. Mydroth, Sosa, Keto, Montgomery, Meade, Benintendi, Alco, Taylor, Baldwin. My man, Ace. Yo, what up, buddy? Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words, dude. Thank you for your support. Well, let me take this off the screen. The advertisements are not gone yet. I'll pull it up here on the screen momentarily. But appreciate you, Ace. I know you're doing the play-by-play right now. Thank you so much, bro. You've been a big help and a supporter too. So thank you. All right. It's like the game will resume here. Rodon is warming up on the mound. Once the advertisements are gone, and it looks like it is gone, we are back. So here we go. First pitch from Carlos Rodon to Mydroth, who's leading things off for the White Sox, is called strike one, 0-1. The 0-1. There's a strike, 0-2. Let's see if Rodon could get his first strike out of the game. Rodon sets here on the 0-2, the pitch. Pitch is low for ball one. The 1-2. Ooh, just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rodon thought that was strike 3. So let's see here. Looks like it was on the line. The 2-2. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes here to chase Mydroth. The 3-2. It's ball 4 here. So first walk issued by Rodon. White Sox get their leadoff man on here in the bottom of the first. Outfield for the Yankees: Bellinger, Grisham, Stanton. Infield: McMahon, Volpe, Jazz, Rice. Wells is at the dish. Judge is the DH. Rodon is on the mound. Here's Lennon Sosa at the plate. So runner on first. Nobody out. First pitch. Ball 1. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Sosa. Runner on first here for the White Sox. So tying run is on first base. As Rodon throws over, Mydroth gets back to first. Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you so much. Rodon sets on the 1-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Got him with the fastball. Let's see if Rodon can get his first strikeout of the game. Sosa calls time. As Rodon sets here on the 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and hey, struck him out. First strikeout for Carlos Rodon. One down here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up Edgar Keto to the plate. Thank you, Dave. And first pitch is ball 1. 1-0 to Keto. And the 1-0 is 2-0 now to Keto. As Rodon sets here on the 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. That is hit into right field, right to Giancarlo Stanton. He's right there to make the play. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up Colson Montgomery to the plate. 64 degrees in Chicago. Feels like it's 63. They're saying 40% chance of rain. It's like a perfect day for a ball game. And here's Colson Montgomery at the plate. And that is hit to Jazz, who fields it, throws over to first for out number 3. So Rodon only gives up a walk, no runs, no errors, no hits. And we're going to the top of the second here, folks. So let's see what the Yankees bats do in the top of the second. Jazz, McMahon, and Volpe will be due up. So we are in a commercial break. The game will resume here momentarily. Appreciate you all being here. Let's get those likes up, folks. Let's try to get to 50 likes if we can. Dom Anthony, yeah, so far so good. So far so good. All right, yeah, we're still in a commercial break here. So right now, bottom of the third between the Blue Jays and Brewers. It's a 0-0 game. Red Sox and Pirates, top of the fourth, 0-0 game. Yankees are right now winning 1-0 in tonight's game. So let's see who strikes first in the other 2 games. Man, you know, I keep thinking about this every day. I can't believe how fast this year is going, man. Like, this year is flying by. I can't believe August is almost over. But the game is about to resume. I will get the game cast up here. And Jazz will lead things off here in the top of the second. So Gomez sets. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, 1-0. And I gave a special tribute to Carlos Rodon, so nice little tribute there by the White Sox organization. Spent some time there in Chicago. As Gomez is waiting for the signal from Ghetto to 1-0. And Jazz rips that, and it's a foul ball. Count now 1-1. Well, that's cool, Cecilia. So dinner's at 8 p.m. So you get to watch the game with us for a little while. And there's strike 2 to Jazz. The count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yankees are up 1-0 here in the top of the second. Nice, Cecilia. Laguna Beach. Nice. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Jazz strikes out. There's the first strikeout there for Gomez. And that'll bring up Ryan McMahon to the plate. And if you're just joining us, the Yankees are up 1-0 here in the top of the second. 1 out. And here is Ryan McMahon at the plate. First pitch. Grounded foul, 0-1. As Gomez sets here on the 0-1. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cecilia, no home runs yet. No home runs yet. Here's the 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Ryan McMahon. As Gomez sets here on the 1-2. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 2-2. Yeah, so far, Gomez has 30 pitches here as he sets against McMahon. The 2-2. And that is called strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Gomez. That is his second strikeout of the game. And third base umpire said he did go around. So 2 down here in the top of the second. And that brings up Anthony Volpe to the plate here, folks. And first pitch is in there, first strike, 0-1. As Gomez sets here on the 0-1. And the pitch, 0-2. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Gomez strikes out the side. That is his third strikeout. So he has 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Yankees go down in order. And we are going to the bottom of the second here, folks. And Mead, Benintendi, and Elko will be due up. Where's Susan? I want to see. Where's Susan? She must be watching the game right now. She's just like, she's probably just like I told you all he was going to strike out. That's what she would be saying. But bottom of the second will be coming up. Yeah, I've only been to Miami and South Beach. And my man Rodney with the gifted membership. He just gifted a Strike Zone membership. Shout out to you, Rodney. Thank you so much. Thank you. My man. You're the man, bro. You're the man. He just gifted a Strike Zone membership. Let's see who is the recipient of that one. Texas Liberty. Hank is the recipient of that Strike Zone membership. So congratulations to Hank. Shout out to my man Rodney. And I'm looking at the votes. So 35% of you said that Judge is going to hit the first homer for the Yankees. I got 23 votes. 35% said Judge. 26% said Stanton. 22% said Bellinger. 17% said Grisham. I'm not forgetting the draft. Don't worry about it. I might do another auto pick. Just playing. But let's get back to the game here. So Carlos Rodon's back on the mound. Bottom of the second is underway. Curtis Mead is going to start things off here for the White Sox. And he hits that ball into right field. And Stanton is right there to make the play. One pitch, one out. Carlos Rodon's no-hitter back on April 14, 2021 with the Chicago White Sox. They're highlighting that right now. He didn't have any walks, but he hit a batter. I guess if he didn't hit that batter, he would have had a perfect game. And here's Andrew Benintendi, who takes ball one. All right, Rodney, we'll talk later. Robert Boone, PA, what's up? What's up, Jared? How's it going? The 1-0, swing and a miss in the dirt, 1-1. Here's the 1-1, and that is ripped to right field, and that is a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Benintendi. So count is 1-2 to Benintendi. Yeah, Jared. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. That's a great destination there, Dom Anthony. I've been there twice, man. I love it there. Love to go back at some point. The 2-2. And that is a grounder hit to Rice. He will take it himself. Steps on the bag for out number 2. And that'll bring up Tim Elko to the plate. So Rodon added the sinker and cutter to his arsenal. Whereas 4 years ago, he didn't have those pitches in his repertoire. So now he has those. He added those 2 pitches. And the first pitch to Elko is in there in the corner. Strike 1, 0-1 to Tim Elko. That's what I said, Jared. They look like Chicago Bulls uniforms, and that pitch was a ball, 1-1. Rodon just getting some clarification there from the home plate umpire. Here's the 1-1. Pitch is low, 2-1. The 2-1 is fouled away. 2-2. Time to play that 2-strike horn. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, Yankees leading 1-0. As Elko steps back into the batter's box, Rodon sets. Here's the 2-2. And it's a grounder. McMahon charges, fields it, throws to first, and he gets Elko out. Fantastic play by Ryan McMahon. And now we are going to the top of the third, folks. Yankees are up 1-0. Wells, Grisham, Judge will be due up. And we are in a commercial break. So good job to Ryan McMahon. Cecilia says, shut them down, Rodon. That's right. Yeah, Rodon, so far so good through 2. Let's see how he does when he gets back out. So, a commercial break here, folks. Make sure we all hit the like button. Let's try to get to 50 likes. Shout out to the folks in the chat. Thank you all for being here, wherever you may be watching from. See how many likes we're at right now. Yeah, we're at 24 likes right now, so 26 away from 50. So, Red Sox are leading the Pirates 1-0 in the top of the 5th. And it's still a 0-0 game between the Brewers and Blue Jays in the bottom of the 4th. So, let's see how those games turn out. The Yankees are winning this game right now 1-0. See if the Bats can put up some runs here. Anybody in the chat ever been to Chicago? That's a fun place. That is a fun city. I had fun when I visited Chicago. And here's Austin Wells leading things off here in the top of the 3rd. The first pitch is a foul ball, 0-1. It's a fun city there, Jared. If you ever decide you want to go somewhere to visit, that city is really cool. Here's the 0-1. Another foul ball, 0-2. Yeah, Joseph says, great city. It is, man. I love that place. Wells steps back into the batter's box. Gomez sets here on the 0-2. Here's the pitch. Pitch is in the dirt, 1-2. The 1-2. Wells fouls that one back, still 1-2. Got Trent Grisham on deck As Gomez sets here on the 1-2. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul. So Wells working here. Wells making Gomez throw a lot of pitches in this at bat. Another 1-2 pitch coming up. Gomez sets. Another 1-2. Way outside, 2-2. Whatever you say, Petruzzi. Wherever floats your boat there, Petruzzi. The 2-2. And Wells gets a leadoff single here in the top of the third. Wells gets his hit. Yankees get their leadoff man on here in the top of the third. So after a little bit of a battle there against Gomez, that hit pays off for him as he hits it to the opposite field. So good job to Austin Wells. And we're back to the top of the lineup. Here comes Trent Grisham to the plate. Well, I'm sure you have there, Dom Anthony. I miss the old Yankee Stadium, man. As Grisham takes ball one. Grisham walked in his first at bat. Let's see what he does here in his second at bat. Wells has a pretty good lead there at first base. The 1-0. 2-0. The 2-0, 2-1. Petruzzi's asking if he was on the Yankees, what position or role would he be? Probably first base. I'd probably be playing first base, honestly. The 2-1 as Gomez throws over to first on an attempted pickoff. Wells is safe. The count to Trent Grisham's 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So it is 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Trent Grisham. Wells is on first. Nobody out. Top of the third. Yankees leading 1-0 in this game right now. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Grisham strikes out. Gomez got him with a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. And that is the 4th strikeout for Yoandris Gomez. What's up, Antonio? Ball 1 to Aaron Judge. Judge walked in his first at bat. Let's see what he does here in his second at bat. 1 out here, runner on first. Top of third. 1-0 count to Judge. Here's the 1-0. 2-0 now to Aaron Judge. The 2-0. 3-0 now to Aaron Judge. 3-0. Judge walks for the second time tonight. So now we got runners on first and second with one out. And that'll bring up Cody Bellinger, who walked in his first at bat. So fourth walk by Yoandris Gomez. Hey, what's up? Benito Rivera's in the building. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. You are the man. Thank you. Welcome. How are you? Hopefully you're enjoying your Friday evening. What's going on, man? Thank you for the $1.99. And Bellinger takes strike one. It's been a minute, Benito. Everything okay? Everything good? I hope. What's going on, dude? The 0-1 pitches in the dirt, 1-1. Runners on first and second, one out. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Cody Bellinger as Gomez sets here on the 1-1. Here's the pitch. Bellinger fouls that one away, 1-2. Life is good, he says. Mad busy. Yeah, bro, I heard that. Man. I know how that goes. That's life for you, man. Gomez sets. Here's the 1-2. Bellinger pops that one up to center field, and Taylor will make the play. Runners will stay put. So that's 2 down here in the top of the third. And that'll bring up Ben Rice to the plate, who's 0 for 1. Grounded into a double play in his first at bat. Gomez is at 54 pitches right now. Ball 1 to Ben Rice. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Got him with the sinker, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike here to Ben Rice. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Yankees trying to put up another run here. They're up 1-0. Looks like a quick pause here in the game. Yeah, just try to make it chill there, Jared. Here's the 1-1. And Rice pops it up in foul territory. And who's going to make the play? The third baseman, Meade, makes the play, and that is out number 3. Yankees leave a couple of runners stranded. And we're going to go to the bottom of the third, and it looks like a beautiful night out there in Chicago. And we are heading to a commercial break. So Yankees are still up 1-0 in tonight's game. Bottom of the third will be coming up. Taylor, Baldwin, and Mydroth will be due up. So Red Sox are now leading 2-0 against the Pirates in the bottom of the 5th. And it's a 0-0 game between the Brewers and Blue Jays in the bottom of the 5th. So no score yet in that game. Must be a pitcher's duel. So nobody on the Yankees has hit a home run yet. So anybody that wants to still vote, you can still vote. So 33 votes, and Judge is still leading. So 39% of you say that he will hit the first homer for the Yankees. And now we're saying Trent Grisham is at 24%, Bellinger at 15%, Stanton at 21%. So, yeah, definitely keeping an eye on those scores, man. Keeping an eye on those scores, no doubt. So, definitely keeping an eye on this game. But I appreciate you all hanging out on this Friday night. Let's get those likes up, people. Let's try to get to 50 likes if we can. Jared says nobody's going to homer. Hey, that's always a possibility too. And first pitch to Taylor is outside, 1-0. Michael Taylor leading things off here in the bottom of the third. There's a strike, 1-1. Yeah, 12-0 in the bottom of the third. Yeah, Mets are destroying the Marlins right now. The 1-1. Pitch is in the dirt, 2-1. The 2-1. There's a strike, 2-2. Taylor did not like that call. I thought the umpire was going to call that one a ball, honestly. So Taylor calls time. And there's a swing and a miss as Taylor strikes out for the first out of the inning. So a good job to Carlos Rodon. Anybody hot dog fans in the chat? A lot of folks, they're talking about hot dogs. They're talking about the Chicago dog and the New York hot dog style. I used to eat hot dogs when I was younger. As a kid, I don't eat them no more, though. Don't ask me why. I just have no craving for them. And also, let me ask this question. Is it a crime to add ketchup to your hot dog? Is that a no-no? It's 2 balls, no strikes here to Baldwin. Foul back, 2-1. Yeah, Benito, I mean, ownership, man. They're just not spending money on the team. It's 3 balls, 1 strike here to Baldwin. The Shants? Okay. Foul ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a full count to Baldwin. Absolutely don't eat them much, but Chicago dogs are good. Cecilia says, ketchup and mustard, a must in the Andrade household. I get it. Here's the 3-2. Another foul ball. So Rodon is looking for his 3rd strikeout of the game. 3-2 pitch is hit into center field. Grisham running on, could not make the play. The ball will drop. That is a single for Brooks Baldwin, and that'll bring up Chase Mydroth to the plate. We're back to the top of the lineup for the Chicago White Sox. First pitch to Mydroth is ball one. Mydroth walked in his first at bat. Hot dogs you see as mystery meat. Jared doesn't like mustard. And there's a ground ball, but it's foul. 1-1. There's a lot of people that frown upon ketchup on hot dog. I don't know. Trucy's asking, not sure if you have talked about this yet, but any shot Dominguez misses playoff roster, especially with potentially three catchers on playoff roster. Dude, I that's a great question. Hard to say, man. I don't know. That is hard to say. I'd honestly be shocked if he didn't make the roster there, Petruzzi. Whoa, 2-2. My drop was like, whoa. And he drops to the floor, man. Yeah, thank you, Benito. I don't hate you for it. There, Jared, do your thing, bro. Benito says he don't like mustard. Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you for the love. And 2-2. Oh! What was that? Oh, looks like there was an interference there. Because Baldwin was called out. So he just kept running. The ball bounced off his leg. That would have been playable for Jazz. I was like wondering what happened. I thought that ball hit off of Jazz's face. So yeah, Baldwin was out on an interference. Mydroth will be safe at first. That's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And now we have Lennon Sosa at the plate. The 1-0 is fouled back, 1-1. Yeah, so Mydroth signals on a ground ball, out at second, hit by a batted ball. Yep, so that's how they ruled that. Yeah, I know it hit the runner. For a minute there, I thought it was something else. For a minute. And Sosa pops it up. Jazz is right there, makes the play for out number 3. So far, so good for Carlos Rodon. We're going to the top of the fourth here, folks, and we are going to a commercial break. Cecilia says, only Hebrew National Nathan's hot dogs allowed. I tried switching to turkey dogs, and my family didn't speak to me for 3 days. Geez, Cecilia. Rough crowd, huh? But commercial break, here we go. Top of the fourth will be coming up. Stanton, Jazz, and McMahon will be due up. Let's see. Does Stanton get the first home run for the Yankees tonight? Let's see how many people voted Stanton so far. So 34 votes total, and Stanton got 24% of the votes. So let's see if 24% of you are going to be correct. Yeah, exactly, Jared. How's everybody feeling? Whoa, actually, I'm looking at the scores here, folks. So Brewers are leading 1-0 against the Blue Jays. And the Pirates are beating the Red Sox 3-2. Both games in the top of the sixth. So interesting. Let's go. All right, so we're back to the game here. And here's Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. There's strike one. So 0-1 here to Giancarlo. Giancarlo is 0 for 1 in today's game. What are they discussing here with the umpires? Are they talking? Wait. Hold on. Are they saying it hit the glove? Was that a catcher's interference? I'm showing the replay here. Oh, that might be catcher's interference. It's under review, so they're seeing if it's a catcher's interference. I mean, Giancarlo didn't make contact with it. I would think that's a catcher's interference, and looks like that's exactly what it is. And Giancarlo Stanton will take first base on a catcher's interference. And here's Jazz Chisholm Jr., who struck out in his first at bat. Let's see what he does here in the second at bat. First pitch, 1-0. And the 1-0. Outside, 2-0 now to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Here's the pitch. 3-0 now to Jazz. So 3 balls, no strikes. Career with the Yankees for Jazz in 148 games. Pretty decent numbers so far in 148 games as a New York Yankee. The 3-0. That is a line drive, but foul. 3-1. Count is 3-1. Also, I should add that Seattle is winning 4-0 right now in the bottom of the 6th against the Guardians. Because Seattle's in the hunt. They're in the wild card race too with the Red Sox and Yankees. The 3-1. Fouls it back, 3-2. Jazz misses that one. As Gomez sets, here's the 3-2, and Jazz grounds it foul, still 3-2. As Gomez sets, here's another 3-2 pitch, and another foul ball. Jazz battling here against Gomez. Gomez right now at 65 pitches. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jazz. Another 3-2 pitch incoming. Here it is. Ball 4 to Jazz Chisholm Jr. He wins that battle. So now we have runners on first and second. Nobody out. This brings up Ryan McMahon to the plate. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. Let's see what McMahon does here with 2 men on. Nobody out. He struck out in his first at bat. So Stanton at second, Jazz at first. They take their lead. First pitch to McMahon is fouled back 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here to McMahon as Gomez sets. Here on the 0-1, the pitch. There's a strike, 0-2. The 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here to Ryan McMahon. We have runners on first and second, nobody out. Top of the 4th, Yankees are leading 1-0. The 1-2. McMahon hits that, but it's a foul ball. Still 1-2. Anthony Volpe is waiting on deck for the Yankees. Ghetto tells Gomez to step off the mound. It looks like we're ready to go. And the 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. The Yankees bats right now showing some patience here. Gomez right now at 71 pitches. Gomez steps off the mound momentarily. So 2-2 count here to Ryan McMahon. 2 runners on, nobody out. Yankees trying to get another run on the board. Here's the 2-2. And did he go around? He did not. Third base umpire said he did not go around. He did hold up. It's a full count now to McMahon. He may have gotten away with that one. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here now to McMahon. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, and McMahon strikes out for the second time tonight. 1 down here in the top of the 4th. That is the 5th strikeout for Gomez. So he has 5 walks, 5 strikeouts tonight so far in 3 1/3. And here is Anthony Volpe, who is 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch Volpe hits that one to center field. Taylor's running back. He makes the play. And Stanton will hold up. He's not tagging, that's for sure. And Volpe is out on the first pitch. That is the second out of the inning. And that brings up Austin Wells to the plate. So the Yankees still not executing here with runners in scoring position. First pitch. Ball one to Wells. Yeah, unfortunately, Peanut. Unfortunately, man. But Gomez is at 75 pitches. Let's see if Wells could keep this inning alive. Let's see if he can get some runs in. The 1-0. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. It's outside. 2-1 now. To Austin Wells. So 2-1. 3-1 now to Austin Wells. Trent Grisham is waiting on deck for the Yankees. Let's see if Wells could keep this inning alive. Three balls, one strike to Wells. Here's Gomez, the pitch. Ball 4. That is the 6th walk by Gomez tonight. Bases are loaded for Trent Grisham. We are back to the top of the lineup. Yankees have a golden opportunity here with the bases loaded. Gomez is at 79 pitches. It looks like we're going to have a little meeting on the mound. So Gomez's lowest pitch count was in the second inning with 12. He had 22 in the first, 23 in the third, and he's at 22 right now here at the top of the fourth. All right, here's Trent Grisham. He is 0 for 1 with a walk, and he takes ball 1. That was pitch number 80 by Gomez. Isert is warming up in the bullpen for the White Sox, left-handed pitcher. The 1-0. 2-0 now to Trent Grisham. Here's the 2-0. Grisham hits that ball into right field, and that is a grand slam for Trent Grisham, and the Yankees take a 5-0 lead. Let's go! A grand slam by Trent Grisham, 108.6 exit velo, 387-foot home run from Trent Grisham. It is a grand slam, and the Yankees take a 5-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. Let's go! Wow, that was a blast, man. He took him there. With 2 outs, he got a grand slam. Let's go. And this brings up Aaron Judge. He's got 2 walks tonight. Swings and misses on the first pitch. So I'm going to end that poll there. And 37 votes. Just make sure. Well, that was 38 votes or 39 votes. And 23% of you voted Trent Grisham. So congratulations to the 23%. We have 1 ball, 1 strike here to Judge. There's a strike, 1 and 2 now to Judge. Two and two now to the captain. Let's get that music playing again. The 2-2, and Judge strikes out swinging. That is the final out, but the Yankees put up 4 more runs on a grand slam by Trent Grisham, and the Yankees are up 5-0 going into the bottom of the 4th. And that was the 6th strikeout by Gomez. So 6 strikeouts, 6 walks tonight for him. And just like that, we're in a commercial break. Yeah, way to go to the 23% that predicted Grisham. Way to go. Desiree says Jeff called out as soon as bases were loaded and he found out Grisham was up. He said Grisham was going to hit a grand slam. Watch. Nice going, Jeff. Antonio says, my man calling Yankees games. He is enthusiastic. Let's go. You know, I try to be, man. Especially when there's a home run. Got to get enthusiastic. But I appreciate you all tuning in. So the Brewers are now up 5-0 against the the Blue Jays. Sorry, Brewers are up 5-0 against the Blue Jays, bottom of the 6th. So good news for the Yankees, and the Pirates are beating the Red Sox 3-2 right now in the top of the 7th. So once again, good news. And Yankees are up 5-0 in tonight's game. So all good stuff right now. All good stuff. Let's hope it stays this way. But Trent Grisham is definitely making his case, man. He's going to be a free agent after the season. I think the Yankees, yeah, it'll be interesting with Grisham and Bellinger, Benito. So I'm already assuming that, you know, honestly, like Bellinger having the year that he is, he's going to opt out. Now, you know, I've been kind of going back and forth on this, whether or not he was going to opt out, but I think he's going to opt out of his contract and look for a long-term contract, especially with Scott Boras being his agent. I think they'll make a qualifying offer for Grisham, though. I think the Yankees will make him a qualifying offer. He'll turn it down, get some draft picks, but you know, we'll see. And Ghetto's at the plate here, and it's 0-2 now to Edgar Ghetto. Here's the 0-2. Pitches in the dirt, 1-2. But I do believe that the Yankees should absolutely bring back Bellinger if he opts out of his contract. The Yankees need to give him a contract, man. He wants to be with the Yankees. He's been wanting to play for the Yankees. As Ghetto strikes out here for the first out in the bottom of the 4th. There we go. And that brings up Colson Montgomery to the plate. He is 0 for 1 in tonight's game. There's strike 1 to Montgomery. That was the third strikeout for Carlos Rodon tonight. The 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. Well, yeah, Grisham is making his case. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he signed with another team. But he's making his case, man. You got to wonder what the Yankees are thinking right now as Montgomery fouls that one off. It's 1-2. One ball, two strikes here to Montgomery. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. As Rodon sets, here's the pitch. Pitch is in the dirt, 2-2. The 2-2. Fouled off, still 2-2. The 2-2. Inside, full count now to Montgomery. Rodon sets. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. That is a walk for Montgomery. That is the second walk issued by Carlos Rodon. He's a little upset right now. He is at 56 pitches right now. Curtis Mead is coming to the plate with one out. Looks like we're going to have a little conference on the mound. Looks like Wells is talking with him. All right, here's Curtis Mead at the plate. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Once upon a time there, Jared, yes, he was on the Rays. There's a grounder. This could be two. There's one. And there is two. An inning-ending double play that was started by Volpe. Good job to the New York Yankees. And the top of the fifth is coming up. We are going to a commercial break. I'm going to take a small break myself, folks. I'll be right back. Make sure we all hit the like button, hit that sub. Keep sharing this channel out. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll be right back, folks. All right, folks, we're back to the game. Brandon Eisert is in the game for the Chicago White Sox. Takes over for Yoandris Gomez as he will face Cody Bellinger here, who's leading things off here in the top of the fifth. He's got an 0-1 count against him as Eisert sets here on the 0-1. The pitch. Inside 1-1. The Brewers are beating the Blue Jays 5-0 in the top of the seventh. And the Pirates are beating the Red Sox 3-2 in the bottom of the seventh. And there's a grounder hit by Bellinger, who is out. One down here in the top of the fifth as Mydroth makes the play. And here's Ben Rice, who's 0-2 in tonight's game. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. The 0-2, outside, 1-2. The 1-2, 2-2. The 2-2. Rice fouls that one. Still 2-2. Nobody warming up in the Yankee bullpen right now, as they're showing the Yankee bullpen. The 2-2. Oh! Way inside as Rice got out of the way. Full count now to Ben Rice. Giancarlo Stanton waiting on deck. So we are at 36 likes, folks. Can we get 14 more? Can we get to 50 likes? Here's the 3-2. And swing and a miss. Rice strikes out. 2 down here in the top of the fifth. The Brewers put up another run. They're winning 6-0 now in the top of the seventh. And here's Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. And the first pitch, 1-0. The 1-0 is outside, 2-0 now to Giancarlo. So Giancarlo is 0-1, reached on an interference, catcher's interference in the fourth, scored a run. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. The 2-1 is in there for a strike, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Giancarlo strikes out. That is the third out of the inning, and we're going to the bottom of the fifth. The Yankees go down in order. Yeah, Brewers are leading 7-0 right now in the top of the seventh. Man, they are putting a beating right now to the Blue Jays. And the Pirates are beating the Red Sox 3-2 in the bottom of the seventh. So both games right now working out in the Yankees' favor so far. And the Mariners are beating the Guardians 4-2 in the top of the eighth. Bottom of the fifth will be coming up. So Yankees are up 5-0 in this game. Yeah, Mets are beating the Marlins 12-4. They were up 12-0, so it looks like the Marlins are they put up 4. Do we suspect a comeback coming? So bottom of the fifth will be coming up. Rodon will be back on the mound. So Rodon so far, 4 innings, only gave up 2 hits, struck out 3, walked 2. Yoendris Gomez's outing was 4 innings, 2 hits, 4 earned runs. He walked 6, struck out 6. And then Isert came in this last inning and he struck out 2. Didn't give up any runs or any hits, any walks. So we'll see if Isert comes back out for the Chicago White Sox. And looks like we are getting back to the game here. And first pitch to Benintendi is fouled back 0-1. Benintendi is 0-1 in tonight's game. The 0-1. 1-1. The 1-1 bounces on the dirt, goes to the back. 2-1 now. Rodon sets on the 2-1. Here's the pitch. And that is a line drive to right field, and that is a single for Benintendi. The White Sox get their leadoff man on here in the bottom of the fifth, and that'll bring up Tim Elko to the plate. That is the third hit given up by Carlos Rodon tonight. And here's Tim Elko, who is 0-1 in tonight's game. First pitch is popped up, right field. Stanton is right there, makes the play. There is the first out here in the bottom of the fifth, and that'll bring up Michael A. Taylor to the plate. He is 0-1 in tonight's game. And first pitch to Taylor is hit into left field, and that will drop for a base hit. Now we got runners on first and second. White Sox trying to make a little noise here in the bottom of the fifth, and that'll bring up Brooks Baldwin to the plate. So runners on first and second, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth, Brooks Baldwin is at the plate. He is 1 for 1 in tonight's game. And the first pitch is a foul ball, 0-1. And the 0-1 is a grounder. McMahon charges, makes the play to first for out number 2. So runners move over to second and third now with 2 outs. Taylor's at second, Benintendi at third. And we're back to the top of the lineup. That'll bring up Chase Mydraw to the plate. The wife is digging the tunes. Sweet. All right. Ever since I started implementing the music in the background, I've been getting some good feedback, so I'm glad. Kind of kills like any awkward silence. So let's see if Rodon could get out of this inning without giving up a run. So runners on second and third, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Yankees are leading 5-0. And here's the 2-0 to Mydraw, and it is 2-1. And I don't know why they're showing this view here, but they're just trying to show a different view of the game or what? The 2-1. 3-1 now. Carlos Rodon now at 70 pitches. As Rodon sets here on the 3-1. Here's the pitch. That is popped up, foul territory, out of play. And it is a full count. Time to play that 2-strike horn. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runners on second, third, bottom of the 5th. Let's see if Rodon can get his first strikeout of the game. As he sets here on the 3-2. Here's the payoff. And it's a grounder. McMahon charges. And, he was trying to tag Taylor. But Taylor did not get tagged. The run will score. Now we got runners on the corners. And now we got runners on first and third. It's a 5-1 game as the White Sox score with 2 outs. You should have just threw to first, man. You should have just threw to first. Why did you do that? And now I'll bring up Lennon Sosa to the plate with 2 outs. Runners on first and third. And there's ball 1 to Rivera. What's going on, Brad? How you doing, man? The 1-0 is in the dirt, 2-0. I don't know why they're showing the game from this angle. I'm not really understanding. Can we just get back to just the normal camera angle here? I mean, really? This is annoying. Pirates are leading 4-2. Beautiful. And that is hit into left field. Bellinger is right there, and he makes the play for out number 3. But the White Sox do get on the board. It is a 5-1 game. So top of the 6th will be coming up here for the Yankees. Let's see how they scored that. Yeah, so they reached that. He reached on a fielder's choice. That's how they ruled that one. Top of the 6th coming up. Jazz, McMahon, Volpe coming up. So McMahon better redeem himself with that. So I know Peanut said that the Pirates are leading 4-2. It didn't update on my end, but I'll take your word for it. And the Brewers are beating the Blue Jays 7-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Mariners are beating the Guardians 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th. I appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure let's get those likes up. If you're watching this for the first time, let's hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's see where we're at for likes right now. We are at 38 likes, folks. Can we get 12 more likes? There are 12 people out there that have not hit the like button. Let's try to get to 50 likes. Just need 12 more. The top of the 6th will be coming up. Yankees are leading 5-1. Once the game starts, I'll get the game cast back up, and it looks like we are up. I don't know why they're still showing this camera angle on yes. Is there an issue with the other camera or what? What's going on here? And 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Looks like we got ourselves a new pitcher on the mound. It is Grant Taylor. He just threw a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. It's ball 1. It is 2-0 now. Three and 0 now to Jazz. Three 0. There's a strike. 3-1. This guy Taylor's throwing some heaters. Foul ball, full count now to Jazz. And Jazz fouls that one off. It's still 3-2. And ball 4 to Jazz as he works a walk. So leadoff man on here in the top of the 6th. For the New York Yankees, Jazz will be at first base. And here's Ryan McMahon. He is 0 for 2 tonight, struck out twice tonight. There's strike 1 to McMahon. There's a strike 0-2. I'm not sure why they're showing this camera angle here. Yeah, I saw that, Jared. It's pretty impressive, actually. as Taylor sets here on the 0-2 to pitch. 1-2 now. So Taylor throws over to first to check on Jazz on a pickoff attempt. And it looks like the camera just went off on yes. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if there's technical difficulties on the Yes network. So it looks like Jazz. I just heard Jazz stole a base. That is his 25th stolen base. Is anybody else experiencing? Yeah, their camera must be broken or their battery. I don't know. Something happened. He did, Jake Boss. Yes. So the game is blank on my screen right now. So it looks like there's some technical difficulties on the Yes Network's end. So I have no idea what's going on here. For sure, Pixelmon. And it looks like what's up, CeeLo? Is anybody else seeing a blank screen on Yes? If you're watching this game on Yes, can anybody tell me, please? Because I can't, like, my screen just went black. Okay, now we're back to the game. Okay, finally. All right. So here's Anthony Volpe at the plate. So right now, Ryan McMahon drew a walk. Jazz stole a base. That was the 25th stolen base for Jazz. Ryan McMahon walks. We have Anthony Volpe at the plate. So pitching coach for the White Sox is talking with Taylor right now. So runners on first and second with nobody out. Michael K is not there. It's Ryan Rucco and Joe Girardi, which I don't mind, man. Those two guys do a good job. Pixelmon says Volpe's out. Nothing has happened, and he's already. Pixelmon's just like, Volpe's out. Who cares? Volpe shows bunt, and it is popped up out of play. 0-1. Volpe's showing bunt again. Here it goes. And another foul ball. So 0-2. So failed bunt attempts there by Anthony Volpe. So runners on first and second. Nobody out. The 0-2 to Volpe. Fouls that one away, 0-2. So Brian Hoke shared this tweet saying that Jazz Chisholm Jr. is the sixth Yankee to have a 25 home run, 25 stolen base season. He joins Bobby Bonds, Ricky Henderson, Alfonso Soriano, Alex Rodriguez, and Curtis Granderson. The 0-2 upstairs, 1-2. Looks like the Blue Jays are on the board. Now they're losing 7-2 in the top of the eighth. Pirates are leading 4-2 in the bottom of the eighth against the Red Sox. Volpe is 0-2 in tonight's game. He's got a 1-2 count against him right now. Here's the pitch from Taylor. Outside, 2-2. Mariners are beating the Guardians 4-3. So Guardians are trying to make a comeback. the 2-2. And there's a base hit up the middle. And Jazz will score. That is an RBI single for Anthony Volpe. Let's go. And the Yankees take a 6-1 lead. Well, there's the answer to your question. Yeah, good company right there, right? There you go, Brad. And that'll bring up Austin Wells to the plate. And that is strike one to Wells. The 0-1. Pitch is in the dirt, 1-1. Austin Wells, 1 for 1 today with a single and a walk. Scored a run. The 1-1. Ooh, misses on that, 2-1. The 2-1. 3-1 now to Austin Wells. Cecilia says, way to go, Volpe. As it's like Taylor steps off. CeeLo says Volpe for MVP. Has there been a disaster warning? I don't know. You tell me. It's 3 balls, 1 strike here to Austin Wells. Yankees have a 6-1 lead here in the top of the 6th. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch to Wells. Is in there for a strike. The count is now full. And the 3-2. Wells rips that. Oh, it's a fair ball. Not secured by the first baseman. And McMahon will score. It's a 7-1 game. Volpe's at third. That is a RBI single for Austin Wells. Looks like that bounced off the glove of Elko's. The ball bounced off of Elko's glove. Let's see that replay again. Let's see here. Wells ripped that one, hit that one hard. Yeah, it looked like he had it, but just couldn't secure it. And looks like we're gonna have a pitching change here. So Yankees are up 7-1 in the top of the 6th. Looks like we're gonna have a pitching change. Looks like Mike Vassell will be coming in to replace Grant Taylor. So when we get back, runners on the corners, nobody out. Top of the lineup coming up for the Yankees. So Trent Grisham will be due up when we get back. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody's Friday evening going? Looks like we're going to be pretty good. CeeLo, I can't complain, man. It's a nice Friday night. I can't believe the month is almost over. I can't believe it's almost September 1st. It's crazy. So top of the 6th here for the Yankees. Still nobody out. Runners on 1st and 3rd. You got Volpe at 3rd, Wells at 1st. Here's Mike Vasil pitching for the White Sox. Grisham is going to step into the batter's box here. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. So Pirates right now beating the Red Sox 4-2 in the top of the 9th. And the Brewers are beating the Blue Jays 7-2 in the top of the 8th. Two and 0. Yeah, Mets are winning 13-4 against the Marlins. It looks like the Cardinals are leading 6-5 in extra innings in the top of the 10th against the Reds. And Grisham fouls that one off. It's 2-1 now to Trent Grisham. And Seattle beating the Guardians right now, top of the 9th, 4-3. The 2-1. Grisham fouls that one. Count is even at 2-2. Yeah, September 1st on Monday, man. Jake Boss says he's ready for autumn. I love the fall season, man. I do love the fall. I don't like the winter as Grisham strikes out looking for out number 1. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge to the plate. I love the fall season. I don't love the winter, though, man. I'm not a winter fan. And I'm sure up by where you live there, Jake Boss, the fall season's beautiful. So here is Aaron Judge at the plate. He is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a stolen base. And Judge takes a strike, 0-1. As Vasil sets here on the 0-1. There's a strike, 0-2. I don't know if it's Vasil or Vasil. I'll say Vasil. Screw it. The 0-2, 1-2. Pixelmon says diabetes. Spring around the corner for Brad. Yeah. I mean, where you are, definitely. Yeah, winter doesn't get fun, man. 2-2 now to Aaron Judge. Yeah, winter does get old quick. Thank you there, Aiden, the athletic kid. You want to move to Aruba? Hey, not a bad destination, dude. Yeah, I know, Pixelmon. Full count now to Aaron Judge. You like the music? Cool. Yeah, for sure, there, boss. And the 3-2. Ball 4 to Aaron Judge. He has walked for the third time tonight. And that'll bring up Cody Bellinger to the plate. So the bases are loaded here in the top of the 6th with 1 out. Bellinger is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. So let's see what Bellinger does with the bases loaded. And Bellinger pops it up. Foul territory. Oh, Meade makes the play. Pops it up on the first pitch. Not what we wanted. And that'll bring up Ben Rice to the plate. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Nah, I'll probably catch a disease if you send me some heat there, Brad. I don't trust you, but thank you for the offer. First pitch. And there is a base hit to left field. Volpe will score. And that is an RBI single for Ben Rice. And now the Yankees have an 8-1 lead, so a good piece of hitting there by Ben Rice. Yeah, Avalanche are fun. Oh, Korea. Korea's... I'd like to go there one day. Visit. And here's Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. First pitch. Strike 1. We do get snow where I live there, Larry. But we don't get the worst of it. We do get there are big winter storms here. Sometimes, and we'll get those blizzards on a rare occasion. Last big blizzard we had was about 4 years ago. We were snowed in. I couldn't get out of the area I was in. And Giancarlo swings and misses on a pitch that was way outside. But the Yankees do put up another 3. And they're now up 8-1. The bottom of the 6th is coming up now. Yeah, buddy, Trent Grisham got a grand slam. What's up, Owen? I'm doing pretty good, dude. How are you? I'm in the West there, CeeLo. I live in Colorado. I was born in New York, but I've been living in Colorado for a while. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. Hopefully you're all enjoying this game right now, man. The Yankees are putting a beating right now to the Chicago White Sox. And as I'm looking at all the other scores here, so bottom of the 8th, the Brewers are beating the Blue Jays 7-2. Bottom of the 9th, Pittsburgh is beating Boston 4-2. Bottom of the 9th, Mariners are beating the Guardians 4-3. So it's last chance for the Guardians to try and at least tie this game up. Same thing with the Red Sox. And here's that Yankee. Career statistics, batting average 239, 648 hits, 176 home runs. Played for the White Sox from 82 to 86, with the Yankees 86 to 87. Played for the Indians in 88, 89 to 90 for the White Sox. 1990 for the Orioles, 91 for the White Sox. Can anybody name that Yankee? Oh, you're in Atlanta? Okay. All right. It is ball one to Edgar Ghetto, who's starting things off here in the bottom of the sixth. Jose Caballero is in right field for Giancarlo Stanton. So there's been a defensive replacement. One and one now to Ghetto, who is 0 for 2. All right, so Pittsburgh won. Sweet. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. And it looks like Cleveland tied it up here in the bottom of the ninth. So it's a 4-4 game against the Mariners. So they might actually try and win this. They're going to try and win this one in the bottom of the ninth. Brewers are beating the Blue Jays right now 7-2 in the bottom of the eighth. And there is a hit for Ghetto to center field. Leadoff man is on for the Chicago White Sox. Rodon at 79 pitches right now. So he struck out 3, walked 2. Only gave up the 1 run on 4 hits thus far. Yeah, Rodon's still pitching. And first pitch to Montgomery is ball 1. You know, CeeLo, I know you said you live in Atlanta. It's funny because the thought has crossed my mind of like moving back to the East Coast, and Georgia was like one of those states that I thought about moving to. 1-1 now to Montgomery. And Fernando Cruz warming up in the bullpen right now for the Yankees. As Rodon sets on the 1-1. The pitch is 2-1 now to Montgomery. Carlos Rodon right now at 82 pitches. The 2-1. And that is ripped, but it's a foul ball, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Colson Montgomery as Rodon sets the 2-2. He struck him out looking for out number 1. Good job to Carlos Rodon. Yes, Robert, I have been there. Oh, Cleveland walked it off. Nice. They were down 4-0, and they walked it off. Here's Curtis Mead at the plate. He fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Or was that just a practice swing? Am I crazy? I must be going crazy. Huh. Oh, it is 0-1. Okay, I thought I was going nuts, but there's a pitch that was fouled back, 0-2. Yes, it does, Robert. Boston lost there, CeeLo. Boston lost 4-2. So if the Yankees win tonight, they should get first place in the wild card for now. Pitches in the dirt, 1-2. If the Blue Jays lose, that would be a big thing for the Yankees as well. Larry says Savannah, Georgia's very nice. Hot? Okay. Good to know, CeeLo. Life in the burbs in Georgia's nice. Is sweet. The 2-2, And there's a base hit to left field. Runners on first and second, 1 out now. That'll bring up Andrew Benintendi. Boone is looking on. Sure, he would love for Rodon to try and get out of this inning. Rodon is at 89 pitches right now. Want to know to Benintendi. So runners on first and second, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the 1-0 from Rodon. Looks like it is 2-0 now. I got you, CeeLo. Oh, you're from the Bronx, CeeLo? Okay. Funny one, Brad. I hear Atlanta's a cool city, though. The 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. The 3-1. That is popped up. Volpe is running after it. Bellinger was running in. Volpe makes the play. Route number 2. So Rodon at 94 pitches, and it looks like Boone has seen enough. Looks like he's going to take Rodon out. Let's see if Rodon can convince Boone to stay in, but looks like they're going to have a talk there. Let's see what Rodon can stay in the game here. I know looks like he made his case. He wants to get through this inning here, so that'll bring up Tim Elko to the plate. So Savannah, Colorado is nice, huh? Don't believe I've been to Cripple Creek. Oh, I'm sure it has there, Larry. Swing and a miss by Elko. Strike 1. Yo 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Let's go. 6 straight innings for Carlos Rodon. And that was his 5th strikeout of the night as his family is celebrating there in the stands. What's up, Buckeye? Yes, CeeLo, the Brave Stadium looks awesome, dude. And I do want to visit Atlanta. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, it'll be dope to link up, man. Next year I want to do some stadium tours, baseball stadium tours. I think, specifically to go watch the Yankees, but I mean, if I can't watch the Yankees, it's all good, but it'd be cool to So go visit some ballparks, though. But the top of the 7th is coming up, so 6 strong innings by Carlos Rodon. So that is definitely going to do it for Carlos Rodon. So Austin Slater was 2 for 3 in his first rehab game today with AAA Scranton. Played 5 innings. Been on the 10-day IL since August 5th with a hamstring strain, left hamstring strain. Yeah, so Carlos Rodon threw 97 pitches. So again, can't really complain about Rodon's outing. Had a really good outing. Looks like a nice night in Chicago. Let's get the game. The Gamecast is already up. Nice, CeeLo. As Jazz takes strike 1. 0-1 here to Jazz Chisholm. Chisholm is 0 for 1 with 2 walks, couple runs scored. The 0-1. 1-1. So the Red Sox lost. The Mariners lost. The Brewers are up right now 7-2 against the Blue Jays in the top of the 9th. And there's a little chopper to Vasil. Makes the play to first, and he gets Jazz out. And let's see. Jazz is saying, might ask them to review it. Let's see. Looks like they're not. Okay. Well, there's Ryan McMahon, who was 0 for 2 with a walk and scored a run tonight. So let's see what McMahon does here. Strike 1 to Ryan McMahon. The 0-1. And there is a base hit up the middle. And McMahon gets his first hit of the night. So we got a run around first with 1 out. That brings up Anthony Volpe. I don't know. It's going to be some interesting decisions in the offseason there, Buckeye. And ball 1 to Anthony Volpe. Volpe is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. The 1-0. Volpe pops that one up to center field. Taylor's looking back, looking up. That ball is gone. It's a 2-run home run by Anthony Volpe. Let's go. 19th home run of the season. 106.8 exit velo. A 2-run home run by Anthony Volpe. And the Yankees have a 10-1 lead here tonight in the top of the 7th with 1 out. And that'll bring up Austin Wells. That's got to be a great feeling for him. Yeah, no, listen, I know Jones is still a prospect. But the Yankees again, they're putting a lot of value into Spencer Jones. And, you know, if they didn't, they would have traded him by now. I know the Yankees are known to hold on to prospects, but he was talked about a lot during the trade deadline. He was talked about a lot in off season before the 2024 season to get traded for, but Yankees kept holding on to him. So I don't know. It like I said, Buckeye, it's going to be some interesting decisions, but there was a lot of players that came up in the Yankees organization as prospects. They were given a chance, and some worked out, some didn't. Right, so it'd be a risk. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Austin Wells. And Wells strikes out looking for out number 2. He couldn't believe the call, but that was a strike there, buddy. Sorry. And now we're back to the top of the lineup. Trent Grisham will be coming to the plate now with 2 outs. Here's Trent Grisham, 1 for 3 with a big grand slam earlier in the game. All right, Cecilia, you have yourself a great night. Have a good dinner. Be safe. Be well. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for hanging out. Here's the 1-1. Grisham hits a grounder, but is a foul ball, 1-2. Bottom of the ninth between the Blue Jays and Brewers. The Brewers are winning 7-2. Let's see if the Brewers can close this one out. 1-2. 2-2 now to Grisham. The 2-2. Full count. 3-2 now to Trent Grisham. The 3-2. Grisham fouls that one. Looks like it's out of play. Still staying alive. Picks him on, yeah. Here's the payoff, and Grisham strikes out looking. And we are going to the bottom of the 7th. It is the 7th inning stretch. Get up, stretch, get some food, get a drink, get a snack, folks. We'll be right back. I'll leave you all with some tunes. I'll be right back. And we are going to a commercial break. All right, looks like we are back to the game. And it looks like Caballero makes the play for the first out. So it looks like we got Michael Taylor on a single. Looks like he had a hit, and Baldwin just flew out to Caballero. And a Toronto Blue Jays loss. Nice. So all good news for the New York Yankees. We got Fernando Cruz on the mound. The 1-0, 1-1 now to Mydroth. The 1-1, 2-1. The 2-1. That is hit into left field. Bellinger is right there, makes the play for out number 2. Taylor gets back to first, and that'll bring up Lennon Sosa to the plate. That ball gets away on a wild pitch by Cruz. Taylor will go to second. So runner on second with 2 outs now. Wells almost slid into the Yankee dugout. Two and 0 now to Sosa. Sosa's 0 for 3 tonight. Two and 1. Two balls, 1 strike here to Sosa. The pitch. That is called a strike, 2-2. Got him with that filthy splitter. Swaggy T. And Mets are beating the Marlins right now 16-5 in the bottom of the 8th. As Cruz sets against Sosa. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out for out number 3. Boston lost, dude. Boston lost. The Blue Jays lost. The Mariners lost. So all is good right now in Yankee world. 19-5. Whew. Yeah, Boston lost to the Pirates, and then Blue Jays lost to the Brewers. And the Mariners lost to the Guardians. So all is good right now in Yankee world. So yeah, Yankees will. They win tonight. They'll be up in the wild card. They'll be half a game ahead of the Red Sox on a loss difference, and then they'll be 3 games behind the Blue Jays. So for now, it's good, but Yankees still have a lot of work to do. They still have that those big games coming up in September, the first 2 weeks, and they're going to have to, they're really going to have to come through against these teams: the Astros, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Tigers. So it's not going to be easy, but this is where they really need to show up. I'm glad that they're winning these games. Don't get me wrong, but those games against the big teams really matter. So 0-1 here to Aaron Judge. We have Jordan Leisure pitching for the White Sox. The 0-1. Judge fouls that one. It's 0-2. Ooh. Thought it was strike 3, but it's ball 1. It's 1-2 now. Cool, Beagle. Pitches outside, 2-2. The 2-2 to Judge. Full count. We are here in the top of the 8th. If you're just joining us, Yankees are leading in this game 10-1 against the White Sox. 3-2 count here to Judge. And Judge hits that ball to center field, but it is playable for Taylor for out number 1. And that'll bring up Cody Bellinger to the plate. I got you there, Beagle. Oh, looks like we got ourselves a pinch hitter. Jason Dominguez will be pinch hitting here for Cody Bellinger. So 1 out here in the top of the 8th. And the first pitch to Dominguez is a foul ball, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Pitches upstairs, 1-1. The 1-1. Fouled off his foot, 1-2. Looks like the trainer is checking on him. Aaron Boone is out there as well, so we have a little bit of a delay in the game. I'm at 49 likes. Yeah, looks like I am at 49 likes. Can we get to 50 likes? One more like to 50. And Dominguez strikes out. And that is the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Ben Rice to the plate. And here's Ben Rice, who's one for 4 tonight. First pitch, swing and a miss, set a pitch in the dirt, 0-1. Let's get those likes up, folks. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're watching this for the first time, hit that sub button. Here's the 0-1, outside, 1-1. The 1-1. Rice fouls it back, 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Rice strikes out. Yankees go down in order. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 19-8 Mets. Okay. Mets put up 19 runs. Miami putting up 8. Okay. Let's just check these other scores around Major League Baseball. So the Astros are beating the Angels 1-0. There was a no-hit bid going there. I don't know who had the no-hitter going. And then right now the Tigers are beating Kansas City 4-3. The Twins are beating the Padres 7-2. Cubs are beating the Rockies 9-2. 0-0 game in the Rangers Athletics game. Dodgers Arizona 0-0. San Fran Baltimore 0-0. St. Louis won 7-5 in extra innings. They won that game in the 10th. Tampa Bay beat Washington 4-1. Phillies beat the Braves 2-1. And Brewers beat the Blue Jays 7-2. Pirates beat the Red Sox 4-2. Cleveland won 5-4 against the Mariners. So all good news for the Yankees, as the Yankees are winning this game 10-1 right now. Aiden saying 19-9. Wow. Okay. All right, folks, we just hit 50 likes. We just hit 50 likes. Thank you all very much for getting the stream to 50 likes. It is greatly appreciated. So after tonight, the Yankees have 2 more games against the White Sox. They have a day off on Monday. They travel to Houston on a 3-game set against the Astros. and then they come back to Yankee Stadium to play 3 games against the Blue Jays. So this is where the games are truly going to matter, man. These games are going to really be telling. Yeah, thank you all for helping me get to 50 likes. Looks like we have Tim Hill on the mound for the Yankees. He'll be facing Edgar Ghetto. Yeah, dude. I broke 2,000 subs during the pregame. And there's a fair ball that goes down the right field line. And that is a double for Ghetto. Yes, it is. As he slides in, he is safe. A good throw by Caballero. So leadoff man is on here for the Chicago White Sox. Ghetto with a leadoff double. Yeah, we broke 2,000 subs too, man. The goal now is 3,000. The road to 3,000. And, another hit. This one by Montgomery, and Ghetto will stop at third. So, White Sox bats showing a little life here in the bottom of the 8th. So, nobody out, runners on the corners. And that'll bring up Curtis Mead to the plate. Yes, sir, CeeLo. Yeah, like I said, I broke 2,000 during the pregame. I was ecstatic, dude. As Mead pops that one up, Caballero is right there. He makes the play, and Keto was looking to tag up, but it looks like he will stay at third. So runners on first and third still with 1 out now. Gotcha, Chua. Bringing Duvall. Tim Hill is pitching right now, CeeLo. And foul ball by Benintendi is strike 1. I got the blue ticker going on the screen there, Petruzzi. It's all good. I appreciate it, though, buddy. Yo one is hit into left field. Dominguez running after it. It is a foul ball. 0-2 now to Benintendi. As Hill sets here on the 0-2. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's a foul ball. Foul ball. Yeah, he's very overworked, man. I think once Ryan Yarbrough gets back, he'll be coming out of the bullpen. Ryan Yarbrough, according to Aaron Boone. So that'll help out. That should help out Tim Hill a little bit, and be nice to have another lefty in the bullpen. And there's a grounder that gets through, and that is an RBI single for Benintendi. It's a 10-2 game. And Caballero got an arm, man. He's trying to get guys out here. So runners on the corners once again with 1 out. And that'll bring up Tim Elko to the plate. Mets win it 19-9. All right. And first pitch to Elko is a foul ball, 0-1. Elko is 0 for 3. Here's the 0-1. Inside, 1-1. Ace says, Volpe's back, baby. Yeah. 2-1 now. And there's a grounder, but foul. 2-2. And there's a strikeout by Tim Hill. That is the second out of the inning. And here's Michael Taylor. He takes strike one. Let's see who's that named that Yankee. I think they're gonna tell us. And there's a grounder. Foul ball, 1-2. Time to play that 2-strike horn. 2 strikes. 2 out. Runners up first and third. Yankees. That's 2. The 1-2. Whoa! Looked like he was about to get hit in the face by that pitch. 2-2 now to Taylor. The 2-2. And Taylor hits it, grounds to McMahon. Great play there by Ryan McMahon to get Taylor out. And that is the third out of the inning, and we are now going to the top of the ninth. So, game is slowly winding down here, folks. Yankees are up 10-2. And Caballero, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Ryan McMahon will be due up. I appreciate you, Robert. Thanks for popping in and hitting that like button. I appreciate it. So hopefully everybody's having a good night. Hopefully you're all enjoying your evening. You're like number 50. Well, I appreciate it, Robert. Thanks for being like number 50. Looks like I'm at 51 likes now. Benito says, gotta run, man. Congratulations on the 2K. I'm here for the next K. Keep up the great work, my man. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Yeah. Big night. So, 2,000 subs. And as promised, I will be doing 2 gift card giveaways. So we'll do duck races for that. I haven't done a duck race since opening day. Shoot, I did a duck race opening day. Gave away, I think it was like 4 or 5 baseball cards. But I think I'm going to do 2 gift cards to Fanatics. And that name that Yankee was Ron Kittle. I don't know if anybody got that, but But I'm going to do 2 gift cards to Fanatics. So we'll get 2 winners in that one. And here's Jose Caballero at the plate. Here's Corey Lee for the White Sox, and the pitch is fouled off. That's Corey Lee's second pitching appearance this season. Caballero pops that one up to left field, and that should be playable for Benintendi as he runs in, makes the play, 1 down. That'll bring up Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the plate. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate you, dude. And first pitch to Jazz is ball 1. Jazz 0 for 2, 2 walks, 2 runs, and a stolen base. As Jazz pops that one up and is out of play. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2 now to Jazz. The 1-2, foul ball. The 1-2, as Jazz pops it up. Foul territory. Lee runs in, makes the play. Route number 2. That'll bring up Ryan McMahon to the plate. One and 0 here to Ryan McMahon. Two and 0 now here to McMahon. Swing and a miss, 2-1. The 2-1. Out of the way, 2-2. The 2-2. McMahon hits that ball into center field. Look it up, is Michael Taylor, and he makes the play at the warning track. And that is the 3rd out, the bottom of the 9th coming up. Yankees are going to look to close this out. The game is slowly winding down here. So bottom of the 9th will be coming up. Baldwin, Mydroth, and Sosa will be due up. But I appreciate you all hanging in there with me. I know it's 10:30 for all my folks on the East Coast. I know it's a late one for all of you, but once again, I do appreciate you all hanging in there with me. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that sub button, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Once again, I want to thank everybody for helping me break 2,000 subscribers. We broke that earlier today during the pregame, so you guys and gals are the best for that. So anybody that is watching this for the first time, make sure you all hit the sub button. Let's continue growing this channel. The road to 3,000 is right now. So Hopefully we can get to 3,000. So appreciate all the support. So bottom of the ninth about to begin. And here's Camilo Duvall in the game. He's going to try and close things out here in the bottom of the ninth. As Duvall sets here against Baldwin, the first pitch is, stopped by Rice. Picks it up, tosses it. Does he get him out? No! Baldwin is safe. So it'll be a leadoff single here for Brooks Baldwin. Hit that ball hard. Rice was able to stop it, but Baldwin beats out the throw. So a runner on first now with nobody out. And that'll bring up Chase Mydroth to the plate. So Mydroth is at the plate. Nobody out. Runner on first. Bottom of the ninth. The Yankees leading 10-2. First pitch. Strike one. The 0-1. Way inside 0-2. Or 1-1. Got Mydroth to do a push-up. Yeah, too many hits given up by the Yankees, but White Sox only scored 2 runs, so. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Mydroth, who was 2 for 3 in tonight's game. If the hits don't score, convert into runs, man, fine by me. The Yankees have 10 runs on 7 hits. 2-1. Oh, yeah, because he dropped. Well, now it's 2-2. That last pitch is because Wallace didn't secure the ball. It was 2-1, but now it was a swing and miss. Now we're looking at 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Mydroth. The 2-2. Full count. Remind me of your score prediction there, Katie. You said 10-2, right? Was that your score prediction? The 3-2 is popped up. Ben Rice is right there. He makes the play for out number 1. And that'll bring up Lennon Sosa to the plate. So the Yankees are 2 outs away from winning this game. Oh, you said 10-6. Okay. Wow, if you ended up being right, that would be freaking insane. That would be crazy. And here is Will Robertson at the plate. He's going to be pinch hitting for Lennon Sosa. First pitch, ball 1. And the 1-0. 2-0. As the ball sets here on the 2-0, the pitch. And that pitch is popped up. Dominguez running after it. He gets under it, makes the play for out number 2. The Yankees are 1 out away from winning this ball game. Baldwin gets back to first. And that'll bring up Edgar Ghetto to the plate. And here's Keto at the plate. And he takes ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That is fouled away, 1-1. No. CeeLo, Katie was saying that she made her score prediction of 10-6. But the score right now is 10-2. In the bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Here's the 1-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Time to play that 2-strike horn. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. On first, Yankees winning 10-2. Yankees 1 out away from winning tonight. The 1-2. Pitch is in the dirt, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Keto. As the ball sets. The 2-2. Foul ball. Still 2-2. The 2-2. Pitch is upstairs, 3-2. Runner on first will go. Here's the payoff. Out of play. Ghetto's still staying alive. Yankees trying to close this one out. They're trying to win the second game in this series against the White Sox. They're trying to extend their winning streak to 6. With a win tonight, they're half a game ahead in the wild card. Another payoff. Swing and a miss. No, we got a piece of it apparently. Oh, I thought the game was over. Oh my God. Sorry, false alarm. Can we just get this game over with? What are we waiting for? People got to go to bed. People got to go eat. People got to go out, do things. Another payoff pitch coming, and here it is. Ball 4. So runners on first and second now with Colson Montgomery coming to the plate. I don't know, Katie. You might get your score prediction right there. All right, here's Colson Montgomery. Let's see what he does here with 2 runners on, 2 outs. He takes ball 1. The 1-0. Foul ball, 1-1. One and one, line drive, foul ball, 1-2, time to play that 2-strike horn. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, goes out first and second. The ball sets here on the 1-2. Pitch is low, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Rounded foul. Yankees trying to close this game out. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Runners on first and second in the bottom of the 9th. Yankees leading 10-2. As the ball sets, another 2-2 pitch is popped up. Volpe's running after it. Dominguez is running in. And Dominguez calls him off, makes the play for out number 3. And the Yankees win 10-2. They make it 6 in a row. They take the 2nd game in a row here against the Chicago White Sox. Carlos Rodon gets his 15th win of the season. Yankees win tonight's game 10-2. Game is over, folks. So the Yankees, as of right now, are in first place in the wild card division. And they're trying to get back to the top of the AL East right now. And the Blue Jays ended up losing as well. The Mariners ended up losing. The Yankees won exactly what the doctor ordered, exactly what the Yankees needed. But the Yankees ended up winning this game tonight. So they have the game tomorrow against the White Sox. And it'll be Cam Schlittler versus Shane Smith. So tomorrow night's game will be at 7:10. So it'll be a little bit earlier than normal. So hopefully I'll see you all for tomorrow night's game. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream here. But appreciate it, CeeLo. Yeah, good job, Katie. Yeah, 10-2. You got to take it. Got to take it. But I'm going to end the show right here, folks. I do appreciate you all tuning in for the play-by-play. Thank you all for your continued support. Once again, thank you all for helping the Strike Zone break 2,000 subs. Make sure you all hit the like button on the way out if you haven't yet. And if you're watching this on the rerun, hit that like button. Hit that sub button if you're watching this for the first time. I would greatly appreciate it. The road to 3,000 begins now. And hopefully we'll get there at some point, right? We'll make it happen. But thank you all very much. Make sure you all hit the like, hit that sub, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, let's go Yankees.